Welcome back, everyone. Hey, we've got a question for you. What would you do if doctors told you you only had 6 months left to see? Well, we are about to talk to one man who is actually losing his eyesight and checking off his visual bucket list. And today we are so happy to welcome our new friend, Jared Dey. Jared, welcome to Ozarks Fox AM. It is so great to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Now, could you, tell us about your 2020 diagnosis and, how your life has changed since then?
Sure. In 2020, I started having some vision issues and realized it wasn't good. More than just going to an eye doctor, I ended up going to the hospital. And they told me that I had a detached retina in my left eye. But not to worry, they were able to fix it and did a surgery. Unfortunately, the surgery didn't take, and they ended up having to do it again. And again, unsuccessful, unfortunately. And when that happened, they took a look at my right eye and went, oh my gosh, this is worse than the eye we did surgery on. And told me at that point I only had 6 months left of vision. And I, in that moment, completely devastated. I wasn't sure what to do. And I held my composure. In the moment I walked out of that doctor's office, I just broke down and immediately started thinking, like, if I only have 6 months, what are the things I want to do and I want to see before that happens? And I came up with an idea of a bucket list, and I started calling it my visual bucket list, a list of memories that I can make so that when my vision does go completely, they kind of live in my head forever.
That is unbelievably amazing. Can you give us some ideas of what is on your visual bucket list?
Yeah, as of today, I've been lucky to meet people like country musician Cody Johnson. I've been able to walk on the field of my favorite football team. I got to visit Hawaii, and what started the entire thing was seeing my wife walk down the aisle. Now, most people say it's taboo to see your wife in a wedding dress before it happens. I didn't know if I was going to have that day. So the day of my wife's fitting, or now wife's fitting, I asked her, hey, can you send me a picture of you in the dress? I didn't know it was going to happen. Luckily, I was able to see her walk down the aisle with her dad, and I would tell you that was the hardest one, but probably the most, greatest one I did.
I love that. So you've obviously got some really cool things already checked off, but what's up next for you, Jared?
Up next is actually one that I literally have to prepare myself for. On May 31st, I'm flying to Florida to throw out the first pitch at a Major League Baseball game in front of family and friends. And the one thing I kind of tell myself is just do your best. If you completely miss, the only person that's not going to know is you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome, though.
And I'm curious, could you tell us too about your prognosis and how your medical condition stands, and moving forward with your diagnosis? How long do you know you have? You've broken the doctor's record so far.
Yeah. So I have broken the doctor's record so far. Right now, it's gradually changing. So when I was originally given the diagnosis, I was still able to drive and do everything as normal. Today, I use a cane. In December of 22, I gave up my license. It wasn't safe for me or anybody else. They originally told me I could lose my vision at any time, and really that hasn't changed. Doctors have told me they believe it's almost a miracle that I can still see at this point.
Wow.
I'm curious also, Jared, how often do you have to go to your eye doctor or optometrist to just check in and see, are we steady still? Are we declining?
Yeah, I go every couple of months, and they do a pretty thorough look to see what's there and what's not there. And at this point, I just keep hearing the same thing. It's like, we don't want to mess with it. We don't want to do any changes. If your vision is, you beat what we've told you, we're going to keep it that way and just not mess with anything at all.
Mm-hmm. Jared, I'm curious too, what is the secret to your positivity? A lot of people would have been given this diagnosis and would have crawled into a cave, maybe gone into depression, but you have really turned this into such a positive for your life. What is your secret? What would you tell people?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, there's been dark moments where, I was scared and I wasn't sure what to do. But the way I keep looking at it is going through this difficult time has led me to some beautiful times as well. I wouldn't have got the opportunities that I have or have done if it wasn't for just staying positive and going, you know what, it's okay that this is happening. It's not the end of the world, but let's just make the best of it. And that's kind of what I've been trying to now tell people. Like, I've crossed things off my list and there's still things to go, but I think now it's telling people that you don't have to be sick. You don't have to be told you only have 6 months left to see to go out there and do all the things you want to do. It could be something small like taking your kid fishing if you haven't done that before, or something scary like skydiving, or just that one thing you've always wanted to do, like you always talked about, starting a restaurant, and do that. I'd rather have people do those things now, or at least attempt to, than be on their final days and go, man, I wish I would have done that.
Yeah, you have a great motto as well. Chasing dreams knows no boundaries, illness, or limitations, which is just so spot on. And Jared, for people watching, where can they follow along on social media?
Yeah, so we have a website. It's jareddey.org. I post everything on there. I write pretty often. And if you just want to follow along or even say hello, feel free to check it out.
Jared, thank you
you
so much for your time. You're an inspiration. You can come back anytime. We'd love to have you and kind of keep up to date on your journey.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much. All right, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the Princesses of the 417 right after this.